Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we are in Oklahoma City and we are staying at the Springhill Suites in Oklahoma City. So let's go take a tour. It looks like it goes all the way in.
Yeah, I think that's good. So what's happening?
So it just doesn't read our key, and this is what it did like all night last night. It took us 10 to 15 attempts to get in the room each time, so we just gave up and one of us stayed in the room. So usually we do a little bit of a different intro when we come here, but unfortunately the key is just not really working very great with this room. It took us at least 10 to 15 attempts last night to actually get into the room because either the battery's failing or the door lock is failing. One of the two things are happening. So that being said, we're gonna start off in the front half of the room. Back over here in this corner, we have the kitchenette space. It does have some cabinets. It's got an ice bucket, a Keurig, a sink, and a mini fridge. So pretty much everything you would need to just kind of set up for a few days. Back over here in this space, we have the couch, which I'm gonna have to say looks a lot more dated than the Springhill Suites that we stayed at in Sacramento, and even the one that I stayed at in Arcadia just outside of Pasadena. Those two couches were actually trundle beds and they were updated. None of the furniture in this room has been updated. Keep that in mind. This is definitely one of the oldest Springhill Suites I think I've ever stayed in. They do give us two side tables here to push together to make one table. Back over here in this direction of the room, we have the world's tiniest LG TV. This is definitely one of the smallest TVs I've seen in a hotel room in a long time. As you can see, it looks very dated, as well as the dresser. Moving behind us over here, we have the workspace. It is a fairly decent desk. You've got two plugs, the telephone for the room is here, and the office chair. I have to say the office chair is probably the most updated thing in this room. Next up, we're gonna go take a look at the living quarters. So over here we have the main living quarters or sleeping quarters, whichever you wanna call it. This is a king size suite. And the bed was okay, definitely dated. The pillows were all right, nothing to write home about. Again, in this space, the fixtures are just dated. There's actually a dimmer on the wall that looks like it's from the 80s, to be completely honest. And it controls the two overhead lights over the bed. Now, you do get two nightstands with two lamps on either side, an alarm clock, which again, we've said has been hit or miss in most hotels that we go to. There is a phone on the one side of the bed, and then back behind me over here, you'll see that there is a closet with hangers, extra linens, an ironing board, iron, and a luggage rack, but there's no door to close this off. The one positive I will say about this room overall is that the room did get cold. The air conditioning actually worked quite well here. However, after we were digging through some of the reviews for this hotel has had a history of problems with break-ins into cars and strange night shift hotel staff. So keep that in mind if you guys are thinking about booking this hotel. I wouldn't necessarily put it on my top of the list. Next up, we're gonna go take a look at the bathroom. So this bathroom is definitely done up in like the old 80s, 90s style where the sink is outside from the toilet and the shower. Again, if you look at the fixtures, they definitely look dated. All of the lighting, all of the mirrors looks dated. The bathroom is okay space-wise compared to some of the other Marriotts we've stayed at. However, I will say there is a giant crack in the tile of the shower that pretty much matches the tile in the elevator. And the shower is quite gross, like the actual shower head. It looked really nasty. That being said, it had okay water pressure and it did stay hot. Outside of that, not my favorite bathroom. Here we have the mini bar, which does have a storage cabinet that has a microwave in it. We have a knockoff Keurig, our ice bucket, 2 cups, a functioning sink, and a mini fridge.
And some more storage.
And more storage. It's a functional mini bar. If you're going to be staying for a few days, this would probably work out just fine. However, just the overall review of the hotel, I would suggest against it. Now, let's go take a look around the rest of the hotel.
Amy Pond. Amy Pond, are you there? She can't hear us. Oh, there she was. Did you hear her? Did you hear her? Here's the hallways. It kind of reminds me of a building that's under construction. The windows are kind of dirty on the outside, not really clean. The hallways are just kind of a bland gray. Good old-fashioned ice machine. No water. These are on every floor that I've seen. We're in the elevator. You can see all the tiles that are broken. Coming down to the lobby. The fitness center's over there. We'll check that out in a minute. And here's the breakfast area. And the other part of the lobby. Oh, there's the business center. Looks like it's got a printer and one computer. Yeah, that's the breakfast area over there. We have made it to the gym. They have the old Life Fitness ones that don't have like displays, but they got an elliptical, 3 treadmills, another elliptical at the end. So they got 2 ellipticals and 3 treadmills. And then in this room, they got some balls, 2 benches, interesting machine, kind of cheap looking, really cheap looking, honestly. There's that, no towels, sitting bike. They do have some free weights. And that is the gym, and it is really warm in here. Like, you're gonna be sweating yoga. So it's a tiny pool inside, 4 foot deep max, not much to it. We're inside the gym, it's locked right now, it's nighttime. I don't know how early we're gonna be leaving tomorrow, so I wanted to get at least some shots of it for y'all. But yeah, that's the pool.
They actually got towels on, like the Marriott last night.
Yeah, they do have towels unlike the Marriott we were at last night.
I'm gonna say this is in the same vein of that Marriott last night.
Yes. We have made it to the laundry room. They have 2 dryers. They're each $150. We're gonna actually do a load, so we'll let you know if the price changes when you actually turn it to high heat or anything. And then they have 2 of these. This one, this old huge, is $150, and then the Speed Queen is $2. That's it. And this Speed Queen has seen better days. This door has been ripped off, where your stuff is supposed to go in. Not super great. The one looks like it's in okay shape. It's about 30 minutes per cycle, and they do have some stuff to buy, but there's also a whole box of them here.
And somebody left that in there too.
And somebody left the leftovers, which is nice. And that's the laundry room. So here's the exterior. Nacy just said something I think I'll have her repeat, but what did you say?
I said the exterior actually doesn't look bad. It's updated. The inside, man.
Yes, very outdated. So there is an outside seating area right outside the pool area. We'll see if we can get a shot of that. All right, that concludes our stay here at the Oklahoma City
Marriott?
Yeah, that's Marriott. I think it was a Courtyard.
Yeah.
So we're on a different adventure. We actually forgot to film this outro when we were there, full disclosure. But we wanted to give you a little bit of sort of our takes on the whole hotel.
Yeah, so overall the hotel definitely dated, definitely in need of a refurb. The shower had a big crack in the wall. It was definitely an old school design. It was carpeted floors, which in a more highly trafficked hotel with not a lot of maintenance can just make it feel kind of dirty. And we had asked for a late checkout, and they really kind of were forcing us out the door.
Yeah, the crack in the wall was crying out for a prisoner or something. I don't know what that was, but it was interesting. There were some pros. It did get cold at night, so it was a nice, like, cool hotel. The bed was semi-comfortable, okay water pressure and stuff. But it was weird, like, people in the parking lot stealing stuff. And then when we looked up reviews, there was a weird review about a night person that used to work there and was, like...
hitting on women and
trying to come in their rooms. So definitely be cautious if you're considering staying there. The hotel did say they got rid of that person, but that was only about a month or so before we stayed there. So not the greatest reviews. definitely would consider something else. There's a ton of different stuff in Oklahoma City, and as we found, there's some great food and stuff there, so it's worth visiting. It's just maybe find a different hotel.
Yeah, so if you guys like this kind of content, make sure you hit that thumbs up.
Hit that subscribe button.
And ring that notification bell so you get notified when we do at least 3 videos a week.
And we'll come and get you all for the next one.
Ain't that the truth, baby Ruth?
Bye, everyone.
Bye.